Thanks for stopping by for a review and unboxing on a Target exclusive from McFarlane Toys. We have another collect to build from Batman the Animated Series. The characters we're going to be going through: Evil Batman, Commissioner Gordon, the Joker, and the Riddler, giving us our bonus figure, Lockup. Now, in past reviews, we've spent a lot of time going through all the twist ties in here. We're going to go right from just examining the box. We'll start with character number 1, who is Batman, but I'm going to call him Evil Batman because you do notice the red eyes here, kind of mind control. Every collect to build does come with a Batman, which it's cool, whether he's going to be the Batman you're looking for or, a different render as we're seeing now. You can see those red eyes. But what's cool about these is it does resemble one of the episodes from the animated series, which is where Lockup does come from. I never thought I'd have a Commissioner Gordon action figure. He does come with Lockup's head and kind of the shoulder, maybe shoulder pads. I'll have to see when we go through every figure. I'm not sure if there's anything that actually goes underneath here, but it will be interesting to see how Lockup does come together. Commissioner Gordon being figure number 2. And all these were purchased at Target. It is a Target exclusive, but I kind of cheated and I ordered the Riddler and Commissioner Gordon. You see the Joker does come with Lockup's arms and a bunch of different hands. Joker figure 3, and of course the Riddler, who does come with Lockup's torso and legs, feet, his nightstick, and a bunch of hands, his cane. A couple different renders of the Riddler throughout my childhood. You kind of have the Riddler in tights or kind of in the suit, business as usual kind of look. We'll start off with Evil Batman, take a look at him, and work our way and form this guy. Only part of in the plastic I want to show is if you get any character with a cape from McFarlane, the cape will always be sticking out the backside. I found this in a couple different figures I've recently unboxed. I just kind of wanted to show that off. And then usually the accessories and the head are just covered with a piece of tape. The rest has the twist ties on there, but you can see Lockup's chest and stomach, if we can get him out, just sits in there loose. So yeah, this is cool. I mean, it's got some weight to it. It's going to be a big time character. Now, Evil Batman or Mind Control Batman will come with kind of that helmet covering his head. And actually, we're going to pop this off and swap out the heads. And then this line kind of supposed to be connected to something. I'm guessing. Well, I thought it was supposed to go right there. There's not really a spot, so it might just might be doing this wrong, but it might just kind of hang there. I do like the cape, where it is blue in the inside and then black on the other, kind of matching. Can you see that color right underneath the cowl? I do have a little shaded effect here, very similar to the last Batman I unboxed out of the Condiment King collect to build. But you do get in, look at the blue on the boots. And of course the torso here will twist, and I'm sure that kind of bends a little bit. And then plenty of movement. But we'll swap out the head and we'll put in his Batman cowl with the red eyes. So if you ever want to see what a headless Batman looks like, this just popped off. A little bit of prying power, but now that we have his head off, you can kind of lift this up a little bit. I guess maybe you could take it off. It might be hard to put that back on, but we will put that head on, and we're just gonna kind of pop him in. I guess there he is. Turn his head. Went on pretty easy. Not sure which look I'm gonna go with. Kind of like this better. Originally I was gonna keep the other head, kind of the mind control head, but on the box he did have on the side this showing, so with his mask on, I think we're going to keep this. And you can also swap out the hands, and his hands right now kind of open fists. There are 2 of them that are a little tighter, and I think this is going to hold the additional batarangs that came with him a lot better. We do get 3 of the batarangs, and you can see the stock hand and then the bonus hand just kind of prise it in there a little bit. It does stay, so he can have that look like he's going to throw a batarang, but if you want to have it in the hands right out of the box, they're not going to sit in there. This is a little bit smaller, and it does hold if you insert kind of the bat's head upside down. Pretty good hold on here. Just want to show out the flexibility. I mean, look at the arms. It's incredible. Look at the legs. Like, it's incredible what we can do with these now. I mean, full motion. And then, of course, the knees bend, the feet bend. Perfect if you have, you know, the Bat Cycle or the Batmobile. You can get them in there in ease. Of course, the cape does fold in, so yeah, you could stuff Batman into just about anything. And actually, the card doesn't say anything about evil Batman or, you know, kind of possessed Batman. It just goes through the bio that Bruce Wayne, as a child, witnessed his parents brutally killed in Gotham City. So I guess we just got to know the storyline on why does Bruce, Batman, have red eyes. And, you know, I just believe it was one of those mind control episodes. And yeah, I don't know any other episode why he'd have red eyes. But I think he's a bad Batman. Let's just say he's bad. Next we have Commissioner Gordon, and I just love the pose that he's kind of like laid back. Commissioner Gordon, James Gordon. We do have Lockup's head. Looks like we have a nice surveillance speaker here for Commissioner Gordon, a couple of different hands, and then, of course, the shoulder pads for Lockup, and those just pop right out. I'll cut everything out, and let's take a look at Commissioner Gordon. I said this before, and I'll say it again. I never thought I'd have a Commissioner Gordon action figure. The trench coat, it's like rubber. It's, you know, just looking at it in the package, it's hard to get a feel. I'm sure the Joker's going to be very similar. I just thought it'd be hard plastic. You can see, I was waiting for the glasses to pop off. His head does turn, like it goes forward, goes side to side. The arms very stiff. Some great durability. You can see the wrists. He's kind of revving up his motorcycle. But yeah, this whole time, like, feeling and up here you can kind of pinch, like where his shoulders are, like this. I thought it would come off for a second, but it is kind of glued on the shirt. And then his legs, I guess he can kind of do the splits too, like possessed evil Batman over there. Look at this. And the knees bend. I'm impressed. The feet. Oh, I don't think they do. Okay, so the feet don't kind of curve up like Batman's did. But pretty flexible. He's like, where's the Joker? Where's Batman? He's got his speaker here, and he's going, we're on our own. Kind of the Dark Knight Rises reference. Yeah, that's cool. Jim Gordon does come with a couple extra fists and a couple extra hands, and you know, he's kind of pointing. Maybe this would work better with his speaker, but it did fit the hands that were out of the box pretty well. It's always good to have those bonus hands because you never know if you lose them. Commissioner Gordon's card. And on the back, just his data file here, real name James Gordon or Jim Gordon. Batman may be the sworn guardian of Gotham City, but the man who makes it possible for the Dark Knight to safeguard its stress is James Gordon. Yeah, you can always rely on Jim Gordon. Now we're getting to the fun part. We're getting to the bad guys, and we're getting closer to putting together Lockup. We have the Joker, and he does have a hat, and I'm guessing that hat is glued to the head. It's not going to be able to come off. The data file, I love it. The real name, N.A., a homicidal artist and an agent of chaos. The clown prince of crime is the embodiment of everything Batman fights against and everything Gotham City fears. I know, I'm going out of order now. We do have Lockup's left and right arm that come with the Joker, and the Joker does have a ton of hands, more hands. I'm looking at the Riddler right now. More hands than anyone. And I thought one of them might be a swappable fist for lockup, but no, they look like they're all the Jokers. And yeah, we'll get to lockup. But I just wanted to, it's getting exciting. We're getting closer to him, and there's some size here. It reminds me a lot of how much bigger Darkseid was in the Superpowers line from Kenner. I think lockup's going to have the same feel. Pretty much, when we do get a Bane, probably this size. And the Clown Prince of Crime with the hat, it does not come off, but you can kind of curve it a little bit. He does have the same type of trench coat like we saw with Commissioner Gordon. Little bit of branding here in that fine print, but he is just as durable. I mean, look at the Joker. You ever seen him flexing his muscles before? He's doing it now. Very durable, stiff. I'm sure he's going to stand well. Now, the thing is, I was going to get to this when we had Batman out, is there, we can get stuff that will go right through the feet, just like those old G.I. Joes. Oh, the arm came out. Look at that. I guess he's not as flexible as I thought. Now we're going to have to get his arm in. Good grief. Okay, not too bad. So we got to watch it with the Joker. We don't want him losing, I know maybe the joke of the day, but we don't want him losing his arm. I mean, he's got to go up against Batman. We can't forget about the feet. We mentioned this, but they don't curve up. And I was just thinking about the Joker-mobile. Like, I'm sure you can position him to drive his Joker-mobile, but he's not going to be able to work that gas or brake pedal if his foot doesn't curve up and down. You can just imagine him driving though. And he comes with so many hands. We're going to have to do a couple different clips. These are probably my favorite. He's just kind of waving, kind of a gag where, shake his hand and maybe the hand comes out of his arm. Where does he get those wonderful toys? Where's the Joker's weapons? Because he's got so many different hands. Like, I don't know what he's supposed to be grabbing. Maybe the steering wheel. Are they forcing us to buy the Joker-mobile? Like, where would you put this stinking thing? But maybe that's what these are. Maybe they're his driving hands, or his kind of bony fingers, kind of pointing, kind of resemble a skeleton here. Kind of in the Halloween season right now, and that's the first thing I thought of, is kind of remind me of a skeleton pointing. So yeah, we can swap out a ton of different hands. I had to. I mean, if we're gonna put in any hands, we got to put the pancake-looking Joker hands in. Freeze! You're under arrest. I do like the fists that came with him. Kind of do a classic. Name this movie. Kind of the fist. He's kind of enraged here. He stole my balloons. Now I did cheat with old Riddler, Mr. Edward Nygma, because I did see him in stores. I'm all about finding everything in stores, doing vlogs, doing our walk and talks, and I passed on him enough that unfortunately there was no Targets, and we went to like 6 of them. They did not have Edward Nygma, so I had to order them. And for me to avoid paying shipping, because I was getting cheap, I threw in Commissioner Gordon, so I had them both delivered. So I did pick up. I usually don't pick up everything, but there's those times where we had to do this. We had to get Lockup assembled, and in order to do that, we needed the Riddler. And the only part of Lockup's body that did have those zip ties, twist ties on, are his legs. Everything else just popped right out. A little bit of force, but yeah, I just wanted to point that out. We'll get everything here, but you see, the Riddler only came with 2 sets of hands, not counting the ones on him. The Joker had like 7. We have the Riddler's cane. It's a nice feature. I mean, again, I don't know why the Joker didn't come with anything except a bunch of hands. Lockup's nightstick. Couple of the Riddler's hands out of the box. You can see his little purple gloves, kind of the bottom of them there, and 2 more fists. They don't move. They're solid one piece. You don't have that flexible wrist. We have Lockup's leg, a little discoloration here on his thigh. I don't think it was meant to look like that. You see that kind of light shadowing, like that was meant, but yeah, right under the light. Yeah, you can see it without the light blaring on it too. So yeah, that's too bad. But I was worried about loose legs. If you saw the Condiment Cane review, he's doing the splits. I mean, he is so loose up here. at least Lockup is, look at, see, these move. He could drive, if we could fit him in there. I don't know if he actually could fit inside the Joker mobile, but his legs do bend, his knees, but it's stiff. It's good because he'll stand a lot better. And the Riddler, our final fourth character. You know what's coming after this. His jacket does have that rubber. I like that. It's a good I actually thought in the beginning that that's how Batman and Robin's cape were going to be. It was going to be kind of rubbery, but in fact the suits are going to be like that, the trench coats. He's got some stiff arms, good motion. He can do lateral raises, no problem if he wants to work out in his suit. The arm might pop off like the Joker. It's the Riddler getting in his aerobics. The feet do not bend. Like, now we can throw in Lockup. I feel like the arm's going to come off. His feet are one piece, like Commissioner Gordon, like the Joker. The knees do bend. I guess, you know, if you get the Riddler in the suit, I think the hat is in order. But if you get the Riddler in tights, just a reference here of Jim Carrey from Batman Forever, yeah, then there's like no hat. Like, if you're going to go the suit, definitely hat, tights, no hat. You know, it's different. And we saw this with the Joker. I guess I didn't point it out that, you know, Commissioner Gordon too, they're not going to like bend forward like you're going to get with Batman, like you have with Robin. But everything else, it's interesting how, you know, the villains are a little bit different than actual, you know, the heroes. But I think they did a great job with that. I mean, the attention to detail. I think the Riddler, like back in the day, if we're going back to like Batman 66, I think is my favorite villain. Here's the moment we've all been waiting for, starting out with piece number 1 from Batman and piece number 1 of 2 from Commissioner Gordon. You see these 2 notches here, and then on his shoulders. This is how the Condiment Cane's backpack went on. These just go right in one at a time. Just press down, and then on this side, press down, and then we just need the head from Jim Gordon. Pop that in. No, that was my hand. It just took a little bit of lining up. It's hard to do through the camera, but Lockup's head, get turn all the way. You can just do the Exorcist on you. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like the mask. When I saw, you know, I had, again, you know, collecting Jim Gordon, but you get Lockup. Like, you had to get him. It's going to be fun to do kind of a silly skit with these, or kind of a display. But I mean, look at this already. He might have the Condiment Cane beat. And I didn't realize that when we put the pads on that we're not going to be able to get the arms in. You're going to need a straight shot to get in. We'll start with the right arm and then work our way to the left. Just took a little pressure and it just snaps in. Try to do this in front of the camera with the left hand, left arm. Yeah, there we go. So palm of your hand will pretty much do the trick, and you do have some good durability. This is about as high as they go up. A little loose, but you know what? It's not as bad as if the legs were loose, because it's not like he's going to be doing handstands. I guess there's no reason why his arms would go as extended as the others because of the actual shoulder pads armor on him. You know, you don't really have that range of movement. But you can bend his arms pretty good. You know, without the legs, he could still be an intimidating force. I'm going to get you, Batman. And then the legs, it should just pop right in. And we have Lockup. Like, it's that easy. See, my issue with the Transformers nowadays, kind of totally switching subjects, is it takes a lot of thought process. It takes directions, and hey, we did a pretty good job winning this. We have Lockup. We have a bonus figure. He's got some weight. Let's compare him to the Joker in size. I mean, it's just like having Darkseid, you know, in the 80s. Look at this. Like, what'd you say? This is it's a great bonus figure. You know, there's goofy ones, and then you know, there's hardcore ones. It's cool. You know, they're not cheap. I said this in the last video. You know, they're $30 a piece, but you know, you spend the 120. Yeah, I said 120. You get a bonus figure. Oh, he's got weapon too. He's got his nightstick. I mean, he's ready. He's ready to, you know, get even with Batman for whatever reason. He's got an issue with Batman. I believe he was a prison guard, and you know, something happened, and he just went ballistic, and yeah, just kind of made his own rules and his own law, and Batman had to kind of steer him straight. We'll compare this Batman to Lockup. You know, he doesn't look as small as the Joker lined up next to him. You know, it's still a challenging fight. I mean, he's huge. I mean, weight-wise, I mean, just holding that part, I could just tell, like, he's got some weight to him. That's going to do it for this review. I completely forgot about putting the cane in the Riddler, so he's going to kind of have a send-off for everybody. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll see you next time in the next review. What could it be? Same bad time, same bad channel. Batman is kind of outnumbered here. He does have some help with Commissioner Gordon, but there are three foes against two right now. And Lockup, he might count as two. And I gotta admit, they do stand pretty good in the lawn haul. Once we get past a couple more unboxings, I do have an area to keep these. They will have a little bit more of a durable stance, but for the most part, all 5 figures are standing on their own, and I think they did a great job with these. I'm really liking Lockup. I almost called him Lockdown the entire video. It's hard because you want to say Lockdown, but no, his name's Lockup. This takes you right back to 1992 all over again. What a great line. He might be my favorite so far. As far as all the loose pieces, the extra head, the weapons, I'm going to put these in a Ziploc bag and then keep the cards together. I do like the cards, and you know, just so you don't lose any of this stuff. They're still standing strong. Now some stuff I don't unbox, some stuff I do, but the boxes for these 4 figures, 5 if you count Lockup, I'm just going to toss them. I'm not going to save them. Stuff like this. Haven't decided if I'm going to open those yet, but Batman the Animated Series, anything where, you know, we're building something, definitely going to open up.